What is up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advanced Sports Talk. All right, so last night was the most anticipated boxing match of this year, at least. I was about to say for the last 10 years, but no, that's clearly Floyd versus Pacquiao. But in any case, yeah, so Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Bud Crawford. God damn. Man, look, let me tell you. As this fight, as anticipated this fight was, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it right now. If y'all here, y'all probably already saw the results. You just here to get my take on it. Bud made it look easy. Like I said, he made it look easy, but I'm pretty sure inside the ring, there was a number of mathematical equations and shit that needed to be taken into account. But that's neither here nor there. Let's just break this down. All right, so these two men were set on a collision course a couple years ago, and it was only inevitable that these two were going to end up meeting. But as you saw in my shorts, me and Slim, we was pretty divided on the matter. We didn't know who was going to win, but we knew that something was going to give on one end or the other. But let's break this down. All right. First off, round one. man. All right, so round one goes like you would think any other round one would go. Two boxers feeling each other out, whatnot, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. But I think clearly you could say Errol Spence won the first round, right? Second round, from the second round on, it was like Bud activated the Sharingan. Like, bruh. man. Look, no, you don't understand. Let me explain this to you. So, Bud was going through the fight. Mind you, his facial expression never changed. Didn't change from the walkout to the ring, to the standoff, to him in the middle of the fight, him in the corner, nothing. His facial expression did not change at all, right? So he was like focused, like laser like precision on what he was going to do. And I'll tell you this, film study showed in this, so look, man, it got to a point after halfway through the second round when he tagged him with that 1-2-1, that flash knockdown. That was the turning point of the fight. It was over at that point. Everything else was just a delayed reaction. I'm surprised that Spence lasted as long as he did. Not to say that he's not a not to say that he's not that he ain't shit, but it's just like the shit that Bud was hitting him with was crazy. Like, he was hitting him with some bombs, yo. Like it's like normal people couldn't take these. But look, he hit him, he just kept hitting him. Right hook, right uppercut. And that's what was, and it got to a point where Bud was just landing shots at will. Just like I said in the Clarissa Shields video. Go back, check that out. I'm gonna put it up in the card right here. But yeah, he was landing shots at will, and there was nothing that he could, there was nothing that Spence could do. Yeah, Spence was landing shots, but he wasn't landing shots anywhere near the capacity that, he was landing more volume of shots, but Bud was doing more damage. And it showed. And it showed. Like I shared on my page, with Martin, what Martin looked like after he fought Tommy Hearns. How his face was all lumped up and shit. That shit wasn't too far off. Like, bruh, man. But nah, yo. But like, I'll say this about Spence though. Spence stood on his square, and he was definitely trying to go out on his shield all the way up until the ninth round when they ended up stopping it. But yeah, it was. I was actually surprised because, like I said, how I'm describing the fight is exactly how the fight went. You could say Spence won the first round. Round two, body shot, right hook, uppercut, and he's hitting him in his face clean. He's got a decent rotation going. Body shot, face shots, body shots, face shots, and it was like Bud was picking him apart. Like, I don't know, and I can tell he was really trying to stop him. But how the hell Spence lasted from rounds 2 through 7 when he finally got dropped again, I have no idea. But yeah, it was clear after round 7 that Spence didn't have nothing else left to give but to stand on his square and prove how tough he was. And yeah, that he proved how tough he was without question. But man, in the closing seconds of the 9th round, referee finally stepped in and said, "Nah, he done." Like that's it. Because it got to a point where, like I said, Bud was landing at will. He was landing whatever shot he wanted at will from the second round on. So I'm actually surprised that that Spence didn't fall sooner. Like that, man. Like, yeah, but like I said, after the 7th round, when he dropped him, he caught him with right uppercut, and then he caught him with right hook. And yeah, so after that, it was clear that it was all the way downhill from there, because there was nothing that Spence could do, because by then he had already lost more than half the rounds. So he needed a knockout to win, But when once that happened, that's when Spence started getting desperate, started overreaching on his shots, and guess what? He started getting hit more, and he was becoming increasingly more reckless, increasingly more physical. Well, he was becoming more physical, which caused him to be more reckless. And I'll tell you this, as bad as the fight was, it could have been way worse, because some of those shots that I saw Spence throwing, he left himself off balance and wide open. But Crawford wasn't in a position to capitalize on that. Because there was some space where I was like, oh my God, okay. Man, because that was going to be bad. But, man. So, now, listen, and if you thought that the fight was stopped prematurely, please stop it. Stop it. No, there's bullshit stoppages. We've seen a bullshit stoppage earlier this year, but no, that was a case of a ref giving Errol every chance to get back into the fight, and he couldn't. So round 9, it's safe to say, all right, this ain't going to end too well. So the ref waved them off. Crawford won by knockout, or technical knockout. So now, Terrence Bud Crawford is the first man to be undisputed champion in 2 divisions. That means he's got all the belts. If you need a belt, if you want a belt in either of those 2 divisions, you got to go through Bud Crawford. And man, after seeing what I just saw, No, I don't know. I watched it again this morning. Man. That was bad. But look, like, yeah, man, like, and funny thing is, Slim's, me and Slim was talking about it last night. He said Bud had more knockouts than Spence had wins. I was like, God damn, he really do. Man, but all in all, this does not mean that this is the end of for Errol Spence. He'll be back. Like, he's still young. This is he's 28-1. Bud is 40-0 now. Yeah, he's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. He got time. I will say this though. Yeah, he said that he's probably looking to fight again in maybe December or something. I said, yeah, he need to take a few months off after that one, because like the shit that Bud was hitting Spence with was just nuclear, man. Like, and then like what made it even funnier, like, you heard me, like, I said it, but it don't do justice. Like, Bud's face never changed. He took no damage. He took virtually no damage throughout the whole fight. Yeah, like, this would be a case where, you would get Shang Tsung would come out and be like, oh, flawless victory. I mean, even though he clearly got hit, but still, like, if you look at both of their faces, neither of them, like both, like, you could see a clear distinction between the two. Like, one person looked like he'd been through the ringer, and the other person looked like he'd been through a walk in the park. Now, again, that's not saying that the fight was any easier for Crawford. It's just whereas Spence's body was getting worked, Crawford's eyes and brain was getting worked, because, yeah, man, like, to notice all of those combinations, keep up with his timing, get his timing down, everything. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start calling Bud Terrence Uchiha or some shit, like, yeah, because that's basically the equivalent of what he had. Well, what he did was what you would expect from a Sharingan user. Like, look right through his defenses, boop, 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 jabs, right hooks, and right uppercuts, man. That, goddamn. Like, yeah, and Spence never adjusted. He never adjusted to his timing. Once Crawford figured out what his timing was, it was over with. So in any case, those are my thoughts. What did you think? Put your comments in the comment section down below. Let's chop it up. How do you feel about the fight? Do you think it was stopped prematurely? Do you think Spence should have adjusted a little bit more? Do you think Crawford was too aggressive? or I don't know. Like, what do you think? What do you think is going to be the next fight going forward for Crawford? Like I said, he's undisputed champion in 2 divisions. So, yeah, he's going to have twice as many people coming after him right now. But, man, I'd chill. In any case, my name's Advance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on everything. I'm out.